Oh, they're the baby chickens. The bright yellow ones are Buff Orpington. And the browner ones and a few of the yellow ones are Americana or Easter egger. And they lay those beautiful colored eggs. Hi, babies. I'm your dad. Hi. Baby chickens are so cute. Hi, baby. Hey, come to run and see what this thing is. What's that thing he's holding? Oh, I love them so much. Happy little babies. They can get warm under their light there. Got a little food and low food dish and a little low water dish. When you first put them in here, you dip their beaks in the water so they know where the water is. And they can go under the lamp to get warm, or they can come over here in the shade and get cool. Gotta keep baby chickens warm or they will expire. Come on, baby. Go on over there with your friends. It's a little hut they can hide under if they want to get under there and feel safe. They're cuties. I got a dozen of them. This is my next crop of egg layers. They will go into the chicken coop behind the house, the small coop. And we'll move the big birds, the grown-up girls, down to the barn with the rest of the chickens. Hey, how's it going today? So I think I've got a couple of different products in the work today. I'm going to try and take the shingles off the roof of the tea house and drop the inner ceiling and get that cleaned up for re-roofing and repair. And I want to get my potatoes prepped up today. So this is what I have going on. So these are potatoes that I planted and grew last year. And these were the ones that I didn't really get around to eating. And they'd kind of become soft. As they sit, they soften up. So I put them in a bucket. And I put this bucket down in my basement in the storage room, which is cool and dry. And look what we have. These are beautiful, ready to plant seed potatoes. These are glorious. Like this one here, it's got 3 different shoots coming off of it. I could probably split this at the very least in half and get 2 seed potatoes out of that. I'll plant them. I'll get a whole potato plant. That one again, that's got 2 on it. And for each potato plant I plant, you get 5, 6, 8, 10 potatoes. So these are real soft and mushy. If you go and plant these right now, they'll rot in the ground. They need to kind of scab over and harden. So what I'm doing is I'm prepping them up, cutting them like this, and I'll let them dry in the sun a little bit. They'll get a scab on them, which will help protect them from rotting, and then they'll do okay in the ground. This is a potato that I got at the store probably a couple of weeks ago, and it was close to the end of the season. They only harvest potatoes generally once a year, and they put them in a cool, dark warehouse, and they store them, and they, ship them out as needed to local grocers. This potato was old, and it sprouted right away. This will be a perfect seed potato. So if you look at your potatoes in your cupboard, you might find something like that. They're great. They're going to plant and they're going to grow. Here's the other chunk of that potato. It doesn't have any eyes on it, but I'm willing to bet if it scabs over and I plant it, it's definitely going to make some baby potatoes for me. So these are beautiful. And when I plant these, I'll lay them sideways like this in the dirt and just cover them a couple of inches. I've already got my dirt mounded up in rows. And so I'll do a little trench down the top of it, probably about 6 inches deep, and I'll just lay these in there sideways like that. If you put these up and let the sun hit these, they'll burn right off. They're real gingerly sensitive right now. They haven't been hardened off or anything. Look at that. These are the tiny, tiny potatoes. I harvested that last year. And, you know, not worth really using. Kind of a little stone-sized potato. But it's going to make me a whole bunch more potatoes, which is awesome. So I think this is probably going to be enough for me to get a really good crop this year. And I didn't even have to go buy seed potatoes. These are all red skins. I might go actually get some gold skins, some Yukon, and plant them as well if I can find them around here locally. I also like to grow purple potatoes, which are wonderful. If you've not tasted a potato freshly dug out of the ground, freshly harvested, they are amazing. They're creamy and they're wonderful, and they have all the flavor they should have, and they are not like a store-bought potato in any way. So I encourage you, grow some potatoes. Today we're tearing out the tea house roof underneath and the roof on top. The ducks are down here to watch me. You guys here to supervise? They're very interested in what I'm doing. This is dirty, nasty work. Over the years, the mud daubers have gotten up in here and made nests. Mud daubers, wasps, you name it. And so tearing this down is making a bunch of dust. It's gross. Just like that. We're pulling this down because it's basically rotten. It's got to be replaced. This really wasn't outdoor wood. Just really thin veneer wood. And I'll probably go back with siding. It'll just last longer. It'll be painted to look nice underneath. This weekend, my buddy Chris is going to come over. He's a roof expert. And he's going to help me re-roof this thing. So far, I don't see really a lot of rot up there. See a whole lot of wasp and mud dauber though. Look at that. Look at those massive wasp nests. But the OSB looks like it's in real good shape. This thing's got a really goofy top on it. It vents out air right up here. And it looks kind of like a Pizza Hut. I'll show you. See, it's got that weird gable on the top, just in the center of the roof to vent that space. If it were prettier underneath, I would just leave all this exposed, but it's pretty ugly. We're going to close it back up. So, ducks are going to continue to watch me and supervise. That's all that's happening right now. So I'm tearing out the roof of the tea house just because it's rotten. We're going to re-roof the underside here. We're going to re-roof the upside. And I tore down this edge here, just absolutely chock full of leaves. This massive amount of leaves fell down. And I thought, that's weird. You know, maybe something had lived in here over the past. And I just moved a big pile of leaves from the bench that I'm sitting on. And this is what I found. It's 3 baby squirrels. Their eyes aren't even open yet. They've only got to be a couple weeks old, I bet. They're so cute. I don't know what to do with them. I can't put them back because I've torn that out. And as I was tearing the roof out over there, I heard something scramble. And I thought, man, is that an animal inside there? And then I saw a squirrel hit the tree. And I thought, oh, she must have just been on top of the tea house. But clearly, she was inside of it. And these are her babies. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at their little tiny tails. One of them was squeaking a minute ago. And I petted it, and it stopped. They're maybe the cutest thing I've ever seen. These are fox squirrels. These are the bigger size squirrels. So cute. Their little facey. I've got a friend that has a squirrel that he raised from a baby like this. I'm going to reach out to him and see what he thinks I should do. I certainly can't have 3 pet squirrels. Not with Boston Terriers. But Pip, oh my God, she would freak out. She loves to chase the squirrels. Look at their little tails. They're so beautiful. Another. I'm tearing these panels out. And I saw a little movement. And I thought, oh my God, maybe one of the little baby squirrels is crawling around. Oh, it's a little mouse. Hello, buddy. Hello, dude. There he goes. Operation Squirrel Rescue is underway. So I've decided to very quickly fabricate a squirrel box, and I'm going to hang it in the tree next to the tea house. Put the babies in there with a whole bunch of the stuffing that was with them, and hope that Mama Squirrel comes back. Mr. Google says squirrels are very good mommies, and given the opportunity, they'll come back for their babies. So we're just going to do a little relocation, and hopefully they'll be good. They'll be reunited by this evening. I'm going to build this puppy basically a square box with a slanted roof. A nice big hole in the front that'll accommodate a squirrel. Chunk left on that one. Sometimes you gotta lock your guard up out of the way. Ugh. Just like that. It's a little large of a lock, but it worked. Good cut. Alright, I'll get back to you here in a minute. We'll look at and here we have it, 25 minutes later. Kind of a postmodern architectural anomaly. Whoa! We almost dropped it. You know, one day I'll get a proper fucking work table and I won't build things on the firebox of my grill. Smoker. But, you know, a bunch of scrap wood laying around. I threw it together as fast as I could so I can get those babies back to their mama. So in theory, this board here that's going across the back and it sticks out on both sides, see, I can screw those into the tree. You know, I kind of started with just a basic square birdhouse shape, and then I thought, you know, she's going to want to feel safe getting in and out of her house and protected and like she's not being seen. They try to really hide their babies. So I threw these kind of random pieces on here to make it seem a little more natural and look a little more, you know, native to nature. And I thought, you know, when the babies are growing up and they start playing, they come out and they can sit on the platform here. And I'm going to put a spike here and I can put a corn cob there because clearly this is going to be my favorite mother squirrel with her 3 babies. So I thought that was pretty cool. She'll feel safe, I think, going in there. I made the hole pretty big, and that's primarily because I got to get my big fat hand in there to fill it with leaves and then put the squirrels back in there. I don't think it'll be a problem, being sheltered from a couple of directions, I think it'll be okay. I will face this probably to the west, so the hole will be south facing. That's kind of the most gentle direction I can think of. And you know, I don't know. I'll think that through once I get up on the tree with the ladder. That ought to be fun. But here we go. I'm going to take this baby down right next to the tea house to the big oak tree and mount it and put the babies in. What's in there? Let me see. Let me see if I can find one for you. We're just going to smell it, okay? We're just going to smell it. Pip, look here, Pip. Here's a squizzle. You licking it? That's a real squizzle, Pip. Hey! No, no, no. Wow, okay, she was going to kill it. And now it's holding onto my hand for dear life. Look. Get off, get off. There you go. Those are squizzles, Pip. Those are baby squizzles. Get out of there. You can't eat. All right. Wish me luck. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. I gotta put the squirrels in here first. Okay, I tried to ascend the ladder with an empty squirrel box, and that's just not gonna work. I've got the leaves in it. I'm gonna leave the squirrels in here and go back up with them, because if I drop this box, it may hurt them. So, let me get set up here. I don't know how I had that. Guess I had it about like that. Yeah. In hindsight, maybe a lighter squirrel box would have been a good idea. Did absolutely nothing. Well, that attachment point's not going to work. I got to rethink. Go vertical instead of horizontal. Saving squirrel babies is hard. Ow, my hand is freaking. Gonna re-engineer this real quick. All right, re-engineered. I took the board that was going this way on the back of it to mount it to the tree, which was far too wide for the width of the tree up there, and I now run it lengthwise up and down. It's just going to be bolted at the top of the box through that board into the tree. I mean, I think it's going to be all right. If I need to reinforce it later down the line, I can put a 2x4 up under it. But here we go. I'm going to start with just one to get it stuck up there. Oh God. I'm real unhappy about that. Oh, I don't like that at all. This sucks. Goddamn wide to work. Pip, stay nearby in case I need you. Pulled my pocket knife out of my pocket. I ain't gonna lie, that was a little terrifying. And a pre-drilled hole would have been a great idea. Even starting that screw ahead of time. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Facing west. You know, the prevailing winds north and south are pretty brutal. Marsh, don't go. That's one. Come down and get another lag screw. Ooh. Call that a pretty successful squirrel house mounting. Man, the wind just picked up. What do you think, Pip? Did I do good? You approve? She just wants to eat the squirrels. Alright. I gotta tell you, this is harder work doing the squirrel stuff than it is, or was, tearing out the roof on this thing. So let's recap. I'm tearing down the underlayment here, the ceiling of the tea house. Totally rotten. Gotta go. We're taking off the shingles as well, because that's rotten as hell. As I am removing ceiling, I hear what I thought critter inside, and then I saw a squirrel jump over to this tree behind me, and I thought, well, that's weird. And I thought, well, maybe she was just on the roof and I freaked her out and she ran across the roof. Turns out I pulled the last board over there in the corner and squirrel's nest. The whole thing came down. An enormous, like an entire trash bag full of leaves came down. Didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, maybe an animal's in there. And I'm picking up all the debris on the ground. I'm putting it on the hay cart. And I see movement. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And it's 3 little baby squirrels. They're the cutest things I've ever seen. And I'm like, okay, we have to save the squirrels. So it's gone from demolition day to rescue day. I built them a condominium, a postmodern condominium, way up in this oak tree. I think Mama will be happy. And the cool thing is, when I came back over here on the tractor after building it, I saw her. She was here on these rocks that I'm standing on. So now, I've filled it with the original litter. All the tree trash, all the leaves. And now I'm going to go up there with the squirrels in this metal container. And I'm going to put them back in that box. And we're going to hope to God Mother will come find them. Let's go up the ladder together. If I fall, you call 911. Okay. This is about 25 feet up, if I had to guess. There they are. That's where they're going to go. Perfect, so Mama can jump from the tree right to here. She has a little privacy, a little windbreak from the south, windbreak from the north here. I can get up here if I want and put a corn cob there for her. Got a little more leaf junk in there. I think it's pretty deep. I'll put a lot in there. And here comes the number uno. Hey, baby number 1. Welcome to your new home, honey. Okay, you gotta let go of my hand. You gotta let go. Okay, come on. Crawl in there. Crawl in there like a little squirrel would crawl. There's number 1. Man, their little claws are so sticky. They're I can't say that they're sharp, but they're real clingy. There's number 2. Squirrely number 2. Goodbye, a beautiful little creature. Little miracle. Can you let go of my hand and go in your box? There you go. In there with your brother. And number 3. There's number 3. We'll set number 3 right there. I'm going to drop this metal box. Here's number 3. What a beauty. Go in there. Go in there. Your mama's going to be coming. Look at that beautiful little tail. Come on in there. And there they are. They're in there. They're in there. You probably can't see them. It's probably too dark. But there we go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go down. And I'll probably play some stressed squirrel sounds. What? What did I just say? Distressed squirrel sounds. And hopefully she'll come check it out. I think she'll find them. I'm going to sit and watch from across the pond with binoculars. And we will cheer loudly or quietly when she finds her babies safe and sound in a luxury new apartment. Job well done. Pip loves to ride the tractor. Right here. You gotta move a little. Pip. You're smiling. I can see you smiling. Hold on. A little bit of a hill. You should sit down on your butt. Sit down. All right, Pip, let's go get a drink. Well, I think it's been a pretty successful day. I got the underlayment, ceiling, whatever you want to call it, of the tea house ripped out over there. I found a family of squirrels, rehomed the squirrels in a beautiful new condominium. And that tree there in the oak next to the tea house, now we're just going to hang out with the binoculars and see if Mama Squirrel shows up while I have a cold one. I drink Popel when I'm working outside on hot days to help keep my electrolytes up. It's sugar-free, and it's a good drink. I really enjoy it. I also use it when I need to get a colonoscopy, which is coming up, I think, next month. Dogs are enjoying the breeze and the warm weather. Lucy loves to hang out here by the pond. Look at her, so content. Lucy, what you doing? You just chilling? They're really enjoying their newfound freedom since we got the western side and the south side fenced off. I can just kind of let them out here and let them do their thing and not really have to worry about losing them or having them take off and bother golfers next door. So that's a good thing. Hey, looky there. It's a little ladybug. It's a little bitty ladybug. Hello, madam. Ladybug, ladybug. Run away. Your house is on fire and your children are alone.